What's up YouTube, it's your boy Bernard for reals, and on this video I'll be showing you guys how you can learn the guitar from the internet. Yes, from the internet. And soon you could be able to do this all through the internet. So guys, if you stay tuned, I'm going to be showing you some real interesting points on how you can learn the guitar from the internet. And guys, please, if you like this video, please like, and if you like this type of content, please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into it. The first point is you need to work on your motivation. There's a really interesting saying, reasons come before results. You need to figure out why you want to learn the guitar or the instrument, or any instrument basically. Maybe it could be the keyboard, it could be the violin. Yeah, you need to figure out your why and then build your motivation around that why. Truth be told, if you're going to learn any instrument or anything off the internet basically, you need to get your motivation right. Because like, if your motivation isn't right, it's going to be really difficult to really stick to it and like ride that horse to go all the way on that instrument. That's why a lot of people start things and don't finish, because I think the motivation wasn't really strong enough. Initially, my motivation was to make some girls I knew go crazy. Now, if you're wondering how that went, it didn't go as planned. Why motivation is really important is because like there are days that are gonna come which you wouldn't feel like playing. Like you'll be like, why should I spend time on a lifeless instrument while I could be maybe doing Netflix or I don't know, watch anime? Like, because honestly, trust me, bad days will come, and if your motivation is not strong enough to keep you through those bad days, you're actually gonna fall off the wagon. I'll advise you, like, okay, I won't say I advise, but like what I did was like, you really go deep down and like find out what gets you, what makes you tick. Like, no matter how nonsensical it may sound, right? You find out what makes you tick. Even if maybe in my case initially was like make girls go crazy, now my motivations of playing are wildly different. But like, even if no matter how nonsensical it may sound out in the open, like as long as it makes you stick to it, please my dear, like flow, just go with it. The second point is you need to have an instrument. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you don't own an instrument or you don't have an easily accessible instrument like a guitar or an easily accessible keyboard or a piano, learning it from the internet is basically going to be almost impossible. I don't know, you could be a savant or something, but like for normal people, I really don't think it's quite possible unless you can program like an instrument in your head or something. Because if you're actually going to go down the path of not having a teacher, like an actual teacher, and the internet is teaching you, you need an instrument, like hands down, like you need one. Please get one if you really want to learn, or find one that's easily accessible. Maybe you can find a friend or something that you can easily access, like an instrument that is easily accessible for you. The third point is time is everything. Like I said earlier, right? If you're gonna go down the path of like the internet being your teacher, like you need time, because basically the essence of having a teacher in the first place is actually to quicken the time you're actually going to use to learn. And if I could do it all over again, I think investing in a teacher would have been wiser, because it would have saved me a whole lot of time and maybe some bad habits that I eventually had to like wean up myself off of. And like, yeah, but if you're not going to use money, you actually are going to use your time. And honestly, you need to create time, because when I initially started learning the guitar, sometimes it took me 3 hours or 4 hours in a day learning just one chord, and that was like almost like every day, 3 hours for like a few months, or let's say I learned the guitar in like 2 months, but because like I put in a lot of time, like 4 hours sometimes a day. And like, yeah, you need time. Like if you're not, like I said earlier, if you're not going to use money, you're going to have to use your time to learn it. And yeah, now the fourth point is find a teacher on YouTube. Now, like I said earlier, I wouldn't say that I lied, but you actually do need a teacher, but not just a physical one. The internet is your teacher. You have a virtual one. Now, there are a lot of YouTube channels out there that have like the best materials for beginners. Like, I learned from YouTube. Like, I learned how to play the guitar, like no cap, from YouTube. And like on YouTube, that if you like search, you can actually like go through infinite creators. Like, oh, okay, I won't say infinite, but like there are a lot of creators on YouTube who actually teach you guitar for free. Like, all you have to do is just sit down and watch and follow and copy, and you can basically learn anything. You could even learn to make a bomb from the internet. Yeah, honestly, I actually fear for the fate of schools, because the way it's looking soon, I feel the internet's gonna replace teachers soon. I don't know how soon that's gonna be, but it's gonna be fun to watch. But still, I digress. You actually need to look for a teacher that suits you, because honestly, there are many channels on YouTube that teach guitar, and you need to find someone that resonates with you, if you know what I mean. That's basically finding a teacher on YouTube will help you fast track your progress. Although a physical one is much more, it's more hands-on, and is more less likely to make mistakes that could cost you in future, but still, it's possible to learn. I'm basically a living testimony. Find a teacher. Now, the fifth point is create a practice plan. Now, there's this really interesting quote I like so much. I think if you're really on my channel, you find out that I talk about a lot. Is if you fail to plan, you actually plan to fail. Now, you need to find time, or just sit down and block out time in your schedule that you're going to use for practice. Now, you may be a student and you may have classes. Yeah, the main aim is for you to practice, if possible, daily. It doesn't matter for how long, maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes, but just to get you practicing. And that only happens when you actually block out time to practice. Because honestly, Rome wasn't built in a day. And to actually build your guitar skills, it requires time, like a lot of time, like hours even. And even I myself, I still need to even devote a whole lot more hours. You need to spend time on it, because the guitar is like a damsel, right? If you don't really spend enough time with her, she's not really going to like give you the goods. That sounded a bit, that sounded off a bit. Oh wow. A guitar is basically like a damsel, right? If you don't spend enough time with the guitar, or enough time with the lady, she's not really going to give you any love, basically. And some other guy who is willing to spend more time is gonna come in, swoop in, and take her away from you. Almost the same thing with the guitar. The more time you spend with her, the more time she's gonna open up to you, the more chords you're gonna be able to play, the more tunes you're gonna be able to give out flawlessly. I feel like I'm sounding a bit weird right now, but yeah. And the sixth point is have fun with it. Because honestly, without fun, you're not gonna stick to it. Like, if every time you think about playing the guitar is dreadful, and you feel like having convulsions just by the thought of you imagining the gruesome hours you're gonna spend on the guitar, you're not gonna stick with it. You're not gonna stick with it in the long term, or with any instrument, or with any hobby, or with anything, basically, if you actually genuinely don't like it. So guys, if maybe you like a song and you've been wanting to play this song on the guitar or on the keyboard or on any instrument, you can actually go online and like look for your favorite songs and try and make it fun, and if possible, sing along when you like get to a point. Because like the moment you actually play the first song that you like, it gives you this motivation boost. Like, oh my god, okay, the first song I actually did learn was All Time Low by Jon Bellion, but this was a few years ago, like when Jon Bellion was still hot. But like that was like one of the first songs I did learn, and like after learning that song, I was so happy. And also because I liked the song so much, that song was on repeat for like almost a week. And because I like that song so much, that was what made me to even stick to practicing like every day for like 3 hours or like 4 hours even, because I liked the song, because I wanted to nail that song to the point that my fingers actually felt like my pinky finger was twitching at a point because of too much practice. But yeah, don't let that scare you. I mean, you don't have to go I mean, I'm quite obsessive by nature, but like, you know, I mean, many people aren't. So like, I mean, don't let it scare you. If you practice like 30 minutes, 15 minutes per day, I mean, that's enough. Like, although, but if you want to get faster results, maybe 4 hours per day is okay. But like I did, but like anyone that you decide to any route you choose to embark on, whether it's the quick way or the longer way, as long as it feels good to you and you like it and you're having fun, that is all that matters, honestly. Because learning anything or any instrument or the guitar is a marathon, not a sprint. And hopefully, guys, maybe at some point in the future, you'll be able to do this. Hope you can hear it though. So guys, question of the day, if any point struck a chord with you, pun intended, please write down in the comments below and share with us so we can learn also. And yeah, so I know that you guys are alive, right? So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like, and if you like this type of content, please subscribe. And remember to always keep it real. Bye guys.